let me tell you people about probably like the thing that has like the piece of media that has the highest ratio of moments that utterly destroy me and turn me into like a bawling, sobbing mess. It's the Rocky series.
Oh, cool.
Just that fucking...
Adrian!
Oh my god. That fucking whole series is so emotional. And that score, the music, if I hear like one note of like the music from those movies, not the ones that not like the yeah, not that. But I mean like there's this piece of music that plays in Rocky every time something sad happens. And every time I fucking even think of it, if I just like try to picture the notes in my head, I'll start crying at notes. There's so many parts, the whole fucking saga, because it's the greatest saga in the history of fiction. It tells, it's just like a guy's entire life story. It's just like 30, 40 years in a dude's life. He starts out, he's 30 in the first movie, and in the most recent movie, Creed, he's like 70. And you're just seeing this guy get older, and all of his like triumphs and his trials and tribulations, everything he gains and everything he loses, and it's like the most real human saga that was ever put to film in the history of mankind. That fucking, you know, the first movie when he's he's all pissed off, because Mickey is grilling him about what a bum he's become and how he's never amounted to anything, and he's just getting pissed off, and he's like, I know it stinks! I know it stinks in here! I live in a dump! I never amounted to nothing! And he's like punching the wall, and yeah, I feel it so hard, that frustration of not accomplishing what you want to accomplish in your life, of looking at yourself and hating yourself and being a bum.
Especially because Mickey was the one who had kind of ignored him up to that point, and only now was Mickey into him.
Like there's that scene where he's like, hey Mickey, why are you always pushing me? Why are you always, why are you always yelling at me? And Mickey's like, you know why I hate you, Rock? Because you had something. You could have been somebody, but you didn't. You ended up breaking thumbs for some 2-bit mob boss. And Rocky's like, the whole movie is just, and I'm watching it and going,
me too, man.
And then there's that part in Rocky 3 where Mickey dies, and Mickey's, it's after he because Rocky wasn't listening to Mickey. He had to fight Clubber Lang, and Mickey kept telling him, Rock, this guy's gonna clobber ya. He's gonna kick your ass unless you take it seriously. And Rocky was getting all full of himself because he was a champion, and he was like, I'll just train in this high-tech gym. I'll take a selfie with these fans, and I don't really give a shit. And then he goes. And like right before the fight, Clubber Lang like pushes Mickey, and then so they have the fight, and Clubber Lang just kicks the shit out of Rocky. He beats the shit out of him, and Rocky loses the fight, and it's this humbling experience. And he realized, I should have listened to Mick. Mick was right, but then he finds out that Mick's like in the locker room having a heart attack and dying, and he runs to Mick, and Mick's dying, and he's sitting there and he's crying. He's like, Mick, don't go! You can't even understand what the fuck he's saying because he's fucking Sylvester Stallone, and he has too many emotions. Sylvester Stallone has the same thing that I have. He has too many emotions, and he's got a half-paralyzed face, and it's this perfect concoction that makes him the greatest actor of all time, and it makes him, like something about Sylvester Stallone has the ability to convey emotion on a level, on a grand scale beyond what any other person in the history of mankind is capable of, and it connects with me, and I feel I have a spirit bond with Sylvester Stallone, and when I see him sad, I get sad, and I feel everything he's feeling, and Mick's like, oh, did you do it, Rock? Did you win the fight? Did you win the fight? And he goes, yeah, we won. He's lying to Mick. He's telling him he won the fight. And then Mick dies, and it's the saddest fucking thing ever. And then in Rocky 4, when Apollo Creed dies, he gets killed by Ivan Drago. And Rocky, he's gonna throw in the towel. He's gonna throw in the towel for Apollo. And Apollo looks at Rocky, Apollo, his old enemy, who's become his friend through the years because they've had so many battles with each other that they're like they're the original Goku and Vegeta. It's Apollo and Rocky, and they're friends now. And he's watching this fight. He's watching Apollo Creed get his ass kicked by this fucking Russian Superman, super villain, Ivan Drago. He's got the towel, and he's like, hey, I gotta throw in the towel, Apollo! And Apollo's wife is there, and his wife is like, come on, Rocky, throw in the towel! What the fuck? And Apollo looks at Rocky, and he's like, don't you throw in that towel, man! Don't you do it, man! He's got too much pride. He's got that warrior pride. He won't let Rocky throw in the towel. And then Apollo goes down, and he dies! Fucking Ivan Drago just punches him to death. And he dies in the ring, and Rocky finally throws in the towel, but it's too late. Apollo's dead, and then he goes to Apollo's funeral, and he's like, hey, Apollo always did things his way. And then you get to Rocky 5, and it's like the worst movie ever. Rocky 5 is it's a piece of shit. Nobody likes it. It's the bad one. There's this guy called Tommy Gunn, but even in the bad one, there's great scenes that make you cry. There's that fucking part, because Rocky can't fight anymore. He's got brain damage from all the punching he's had. If he gets punched anymore, he'll die. So he can't box anymore. But he's trying to relive his glory. He's trying to train this up-and-comer, Tommy Gunn. And Tommy Gunn is a huge dick, and he's taking advantage of Rocky's kindness. And he's going off with this other promoter, and he's just being an idiot. And everyone knows it. And everyone can see it but Rocky doesn't want to see it because it's all he has left. It's all he has left. He just has to train this guy and so he can live vicariously through Tommy Gunn's success. So he's fucking trying to fight him, and Adrian's yelling at him. She's going, God damn it, Rocky! Don't you see? He's taking advantage of you! And Rocky's like, God damn it, Adrian! What do you think, I'm stupid? I know! and then there's that part where Rocky has that flashback. He's got a flashback to where he was younger, training with Mick, and Mick, he gives him this little crucifix. No, not a crucifix. It's golden gloves. It's silver gloves from some boxing thing. He's like, I don't even remember what the fuck it is. But he's like, Rocky Marciano gave me this back in the day, and now I'm giving it to you, Rock. And so Rocky's remembering Mick, his dead mentor Mick. And in this flashback, Mick is giving him this speech like, Rocco, sometimes when you get older, I think nature is smarter than us, Rock. I think we get older and everyone around us that we love, they all die, Rocky. And you look around and you ain't got no one left. And you says to yourself, what am I still doing here, Rock? And then, so I want you to have this. I want you to have this. And when you look at it, I want you to hear my voice. And it's gonna be saying, get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you. And then at the end of the movie where he has a street fight with Tommy Gunn, and Tommy Gunn is beating him up because he's got brain damage. He can't fight anymore. He's getting headaches and migraines in the middle of his fucking fight. And Tommy Gunn beats up Paulie. He beats up everyone. So Rocky's down. But then he has that flashback and he remembers the voice of his old mentor Mick. Get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves ya. And he gets up and he punches the guy. He punches him with his fucking feet and fists. He punches him with his feet. He doesn't care. He's out of control. This is a street fight. There's no rules in a street fight. You can punch with your feet. And then you get to Rocky 6. Rocky Balboa, where he's old as fuck and he can't even fight anymore, and the boxing commission won't even let him box anymore because he's a fucking dinosaur. He's 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
And he has to go before the tribunal of boxing, the old wise men who control the boxing industry. And he's got to plead his case. And he's like, hey, don't you guys ever have something that you always wanted to do that you never wanted to do, and you feel like it's your last chance to do it? And they're like, oh god damn it, Rocky, you've moved us to tears. We're gonna let you fight even though you're a fucking ancient wizard and your bones are as brittle as fucking as cookies, Santa Claus cookies. And
what the fuck? Merry Christmas, everyone!
And then he has. It is a Merry Christmas. It is a Merry Christmas. He fought Ivan Drago on Christmas Day.
That's right.
Does he fight Ivan Drago on Christmas Day to save us all from sin?
Oh God. And in the last movie, Adrian's dead, and he fucking, he talks to Paulie. There's that scene. It's not even in the movie. It's a deleted scene, and even the deleted scenes are an emotional fucking maelstrom. Where he's talking to Paulie, and Paulie's talking about Adrian. He's like, oh, Rock, oh, you treated him good, Rock. I treated him bad. I don't want to remember. And then he's, oh, fucking Rocky. And then there's the new movie where he gets replaced by a black, and that's the saddest part of all. where now you have to watch a bunch of movies with some black guy, and Rocky's probably gonna be dead in the next one. Rocky gets cancer in Creed. He gets cancer, and he has to fight cancer. You know, he's fought Ivan Drago. He's battled Apollo Creed, but now he has to battle his strongest boxing opponent of all, cancer. And it's a beautiful saga, and that's my favorite. And not even just Rocky, also Rambo. The Rambo series. Sylvester Stallone is a fucking machine for emotion. He's an emotional fucking... It's not good enough for him to make the one most emotional fucking journey of all time. He had to make Rambo at the same time. All the Rambo movies are amazing. The first fucking Rambo movie at the end, where like he breaks down and he's talking about, you know, how sad he is and how he's got this PTSD. And then the second movie where he meets Ko and he falls in love and she teaches him that he's not expendable. But then at the end of the movie, you know, he says, Buddha, I'm coming for you, because he found out the government used him. They used him again. They don't care about the soldiers. They just use you up and they throw you away. Then in the third movie, the third movie's not very good. But then in the fourth Rambo movie, he finally goes home to his family at the end. And it's also another thing. And speaking of how the government, they don't care about the soldiers, the Metal Gear Solid, the fucking, oh my god. Oh. Metal Gear, you are my best friend. Have no fear. I am your godsend. If I had to choose between Meryl and Metal Gear, Meryl would lose. 3 cheers for Metal Gear.
Yeah, Metal Gear's a good one.
But it's my duty to kick some real booty, beat down the baddies. Metal Gear.
What the hell is this song?
That's my Metal Gear song that I've been singing for years and never told anyone about. That's what I sing to myself. I sing that to myself to ward off the tears so they don't overtake me. Whenever I have an emotion, I start thinking about the Metal Gear song, but it reminds me of Metal Gear and makes me cry even harder, so it's a worthless song.
Sensible strategy.
Oh my god, the fucking part in Metal Gear Solid where Sniper Wolf dies, and she's talking about, that's like, oh man, that's a beautiful thing. We're dogs of war, but you're a wolf. You're a wolf. Oh my god.
I love your handkerchief, it smells so
good. When Liquid Snake is killing Gray Fox, and he's like, in the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. And Gray Fox is like, I carted foxes more dangerous than a jackal, you cocksucker. And he shoots at him, and then he dies, and then he gives that speech, and he's like, Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. You gotta fucking get up and you gotta get a boner, and you gotta fuck the world by your own standards.
How beautiful was it that Snake took that message to heart and started philanthropy with Otacon to fight against the evil corporations trying to fucking kill us with machines.
Oh god,
man! Remember when Tommy Wiseau shot himself at the end of the room?
You all betrayed me.
That was fucking poignant.
It's so sad you have to laugh. Time. It's too sad for tears.
It's true.
You can't. God.
My favorite parts were is he dead? Is he dead? He's got a fucking bullet in his brain, you dumb bitch! What do you think?
Remember in the party scene when that guy shows up and just starts chastising the girlfriend and the lover as though he's been there all along, even though no one's ever seen him before?
I think that he's the Doctor recast inexplicably, but I just love it so much. I don't want him to be the same guy. I want him to be a new man.
I think he's just a stranger that showed up to fucking moralize at these people. I think he just goes from party to party looking for people to preach at.
The Room is the greatest piece of art ever conceived.
You mentioned
this is gonna totally mess up our circle of friends. I'm sorry. Who are you? Have we met, sir?
That's the perfect line for that character. Holy shit.
Yeah. Our circle of friends. You know, our well-established circle of friends that we have.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll tell you what's a tearjerker. Another one. Since you mentioned the Doctor, man, good old Doctor Who.
Oh boy.
Every season of Doctor Who, like every 4 episodes, there's got to be one that just wrecks everybody. It's the Doctor is such a great man. He's such an emotional hero.
Oh shit! I remember that. There's another time I cried. It was when Rose got trapped in the alternate dimension.
Yeah.
With that cool music playing. That was really big.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was an odd choice to go. Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go.
But it
play.
works so well.
It works. It really works. Good Shrek cameo.
Yeah.
Good cameo.
I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to